My friends, welcome to my channel focusing FreeCAD. Today, I think I'll be working on a new workbench, at least new for my channel. So this is a gift box that my daughter got from a party the other day, and then my wife was asking me like, can you model this in your new software? And I said, yeah, I will give it a try. So what I did is I took the box and flattened it up just like that and then scanned it. And here is that scanned image. So because it's a wide paper, the whole thing did not come through, but this is what it looks like when it is flattened out. The box, it's a one piece of paper and then folded like several times, and I made a box. So what I want to do is I want to build this box, and it will be done in the SheetMetal workbench. So if you don't have the SheetMetal workbench already installed on your device, and then if you'd like to follow through, please go ahead and install the SheetMetal workbench from the add-on manager and just search for SheetMetal, and there it is, SheetMetal workbench, and then install it. So select on that and then install it right here, and then you will have to restart the software. So today I am using the new release candidate for FreeCAD version 1.0 release candidate 2, and with that, let's go ahead and let's talk about the SheetMetal workbench. So let's forget about these for a minute and let's see how it works. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and make a very simple sketch. Say I don't want to make it a rectangle, I want to make it something like a, I'm saying not a regular shape sketch, right? And then I want to extrude that. Now because it is a sheet metal, supposed to be very thin, so I'm gonna say 0.5 millimeter. I'm just like, this is a trial run. All right, so that's a very thin sheet metal, and we want to bend it somewhere here. So what we will have to do is we'll have to draw a line where we want to bend it, and we can do that in draft workbench, or we just draw another sketch. So some people are very proficient in draft workbench. I think that comes easy for them. For me, what I'll do, I'll just draw another sketch. Say I want to bend that somewhere here parallel to the edge. I want to bend that sheet, something like this, right? So one thing we'll have to make sure that this line is like it's crossing the end of the bending edge. So if this was like this, it would not work. So we'll have to cross it on the both sides, that way the software knows where to bend it. And now I can go ahead and select this edge and select the line, and then go to sheet metal workbench. So there is the sequential work, right? Select the surface that we want to bend and select the edge, that's the limit, and then come here, this, it says fold a wall. We do that. Oh, didn't work. All right, so let's do this way. I want to draw that sketch the last time. I just drew that on XY plane, which was touching this surface. Let's try this. I want to draw that sketch right on this plane. So select that and attach it to that there. And now draw that edge, something like this, like a parallel to here. All right, now let's give it a try. So select that surface and then select the line, not the sketch, select the line, and then let's give it a try. Yeah, so it worked. So just any sketch would not do, the sketch will have to be attached to that surface. And I am still not sure like which part will bend. So now you see that the main part, that the bigger part is staying flat, the shorter part is coming folding over. At what point this side comes fold over and then this side stays flat, I haven't still found that out, so that's another thing to learn. Maybe on the way we will learn it. But so this is the main principle for this video. This is what I will do. I'll just draw this sketch and then draw the line and then fold it over and fold it over and over and over again until it becomes this box. And along the way we will have to be careful about a couple more things, but we will address them once we go there. So with that, let's start actual working on it. I'm going to go ahead and delete everything and then bring our paper box back. And then if you take a closer look, this part is symmetric to this part and this part is symmetric to this part, so we can get away with only doing this part and this part. So if you remember from my last series, we did a lot of image processing, and I have a slide caliper in front of me, and also I have that unfolded paper in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick measurement between this point and this point so we can calibrate. So on my in front of me I have that length as 95.2, let's say 96. So what I want to do, I want to double click on this and calibrate, pick these 2 points as our best guess. And here, oh, it's already calibrated, so 96, pretty cool. And from there I want to say this is 50% transparent, and let's keep that on XY plane for now. There. So we got that. And we can verify our work. So again, in the calibration, let's say I want to measure between this point and this point. It's coming around 60 millimeter. And I want to measure that in front of me. Yeah, that's exactly right, 59 millimeter in front of me. So I'll take that as okay, right? So let's not do anything and we are pretty good. Let's see if we will have to rotate this image to square it up, and I'll do that with going to the sketch button on XY plane. And now we can see that this line is not centering. So, oh, I forgot to do that part. So press AC on the keyboard, that brings up this axis cross. Now we can relocate that image to a supposed center, and I don't know where the center is. So tell you what I'll do is I'll go to the sketch and draw a line just like that, and another line just like that, because the axis cross is not reaching the whole way. Now this line kind of like will help us. So kind of like, and now I can actually take that axis cross out of my way and start relocating. So here, this is the center, this is the center point, right? And I want to match it. So this is the center of the sketch, and on this side looks fine. On this side it could come just a little bit over. I think that's the best we could do, and that should do for now. So now the image is calibrated and centered. All right, let's go get back into the sketch and delete these two. So what I will do, I will first find out these 4 corners. So I'll just take a rectangle, centered one, and I'll probably make it construction geometry and do it like this. So this is going to be 60 on one side and 96 on the other side. So those are my four corners supports. So those are like matching pretty close. Maybe not right there. On this side, it's matching pretty close. Maybe it was 59. Yeah. All right. So we have all these four corners. Now what I want to do, I want to trace this line, and I will only do this part and this part only. And I'm guessing you already know how to sketch or like trace a line. So I'll show just a couple lines maybe, and then I'll go off camera and draw the whole thing. So what I want to do, I want to do it like this. I want to draw this line and take another arc, do it like this, and apply some tangency maybe there. And so do it all the way around, and I will only want to do this part and this part. So let me work on it for a minute and I'll be right back. All right, so here is what I have. This is the sketch. I tried my best to actually follow the edge, and then there are a lot of constraints in there. So do as much as you can, but it's a fully constrained sketch. But now that I'm thinking, I should have not worried about the constraints this much. If it was only like tracing the line and just matching there, not worrying about constraint, you can keep it unconstrained, still work on it. All right. So, and then let's go ahead and rename that sketch as sketch base, right? And we don't need that paper box anymore right now. Now what I want to do, I want to go ahead and extrude that for say 0.5 millimeter and pull it up just like that. So we have a sheet metal. What I can do is I can clone this part and transform it, so rotate it by 180 degrees, and that will create the whole thing. With that, let's go ahead and start bending our process. So I know, because I wanted to give it a try on another similar model, I know that we'll have to do a bit more work on this one, but we'll come back to it when we face the problem. So let's say we want to make this first bend here. I want to start from here. So let's see if this point works. Oh, we don't need that whole thing. I want to draw a line through this point and use that to bend. Right, where is the extrude? Right there. And we have the sketch right here. So we take this surface and this one and make a bend. Oh, it didn't work. I probably know why. All right, let's see. Let's take this point on line constraint off and then bring this line just a little bit over inside, just like that. And now let's try again. It's not working. What if we bring it all the way over here? Oh, it worked there. So where is the line? Like, where is the line that's causing this problem? What if we want to push it just a little bit there? All right, so it seems fine when we do it like this. Oh, not there. I think that's This is weird. Somewhere here it is, there is an imaginary line we are not supposed to cross. Right, I'm gonna push it as much as I can. So I think you see how this bend, I guess this bend cannot pass this point because it's a straight line and this starts a curve, so we cannot take this point past this. I'd be happy if I could do that. So let's see how far more we can go. We can go 0.45 more millimeters. Right, let's give it a try. So I want to draw another line from here to there, right there, and then I don't want to move this. I want to say this is 0.45. Right, and now I want to bring it closer, just like that. Maybe, yeah. Now I can go ahead and delete these two. Right, so right there, that's our limit. We have to bend it right there. I'm so happy that we figured it out. All right, so one bending is done. We have to do multiple more. So let's keep going. We want to draw another sketch, remember, on the surface. And now, so here I'm expecting another problem, so we will address it when I face it. Let's take this point and this point, and then I want to draw a line because this will be another fold. So as I said, we have to cross it, something like that. We'll have to cross it, and if I take it all the way to this point, it's not crossing anymore, but I want to make that line right there, like right on that point. So one way to do that is kind of like make a notch right there. And what I was thinking, I want to give it a try. So let's forget about this sketch right now. What I want to do is I want to draw another sketch on XY plane, right? And then take these 3 points. That point will take this one and this one, maybe this one too. So these are the ones that we just want to work right now. And then let's draw, say, some circles. I'm doing a very small circle, 2.5 millimeter. Oh, it did take. So let's just draw a circle. And we'll come back to put some dimensions to it. So I want to go ahead and make all of these equal, right? And then one of them dimension, I'm say 2.5 millimeter, very small, maybe just a bit more than that, maybe say 3.5 millimeter. Let's see how far that goes. I want to extrude that, so let's go back to part workbench and extrude that for like 2 and take it back 2. So now it's going both up and down. I can go ahead and make a cut there. Hopefully at the end of the day it won't show up as an ugly one, but let's see how far we can go. All right, on this one, let's draw another sketch on this plane, and then now I can take this circle as reference and then draw a line between those two centers. Now this should work theoretically. So take this and take that line and go to SheetMetal workbench and make a wall. It worked. Pretty good. All right, we're going somewhere. So that part is done. Now I want to bend this, and I wonder if it will be 90 degree. it won't be 90 degrees, so it will come somewhere here. So let's see how can we measure the, all right, so this says 71.78. That's the distance between, that's the angular distance between these two. So what I want to do, I want to draw and sketch on that surface. Actually, this custom toolbar is paying off. Now I don't have to go to part workbench every time I want to do that. So I want to take that center reference and then draw a line between those two centers, and then keeping my fingers crossed and doing a bend. Oh, it worked. So always cross your fingers. It works. So now we go 71 degree, was it? Yes, perfecto. So that 71 degrees kind of like helped. I may have did this prematurely. So we will have to go back to the first one, very first fold here, and take this and make this minus 45. Yeah. Yes, it should go the other way, not this way. I'm so happy this is parametric, so we didn't have to go do the same thing again. All right, and also this one. This won't go all the way inside. So I think that's the second to the last. So this is that. We say this one. So this is going to be only say 10 degrees. Yeah, not that one. Maybe I should have named them. Yes, there. So it should not go all the way. It's just a tiny little bit, maybe 5 degrees. Yeah, just a tiny little bit. All right, and one more bend to do to take it to some place. We'll sketch it and then draw a line, actually reference points first, and draw a line between these two. All right, and take this and take that line and make a wall. Oh, that is what we were talking about. So remember, so far this was the one like laying in the ground. Now on this bend, it just took it other way. So how is that decided? I would very much like to keep that on the ground, but doesn't matter anyway. All right, so I see that the gap is not filling up. We've got a couple more degrees to actually go through. If you are using the same model, it's one of 4 degrees, and then that looks very perfect to me. Yes, that should work. Okay, and there are a couple more here, so bear with me. On this one, draw another sketch, and here I want to take this point and this point and draw a line in between. A lot of repetitive task, and take this, take that line and bend. Okay, so oh, I should have made this one like this as well. All right, so we need to bring it a bit more, then maybe 100. Too much, so let's go halfway between 90 and 100. we can take it just a little bit more, 96 maybe. It is kind of getting in there. We don't want that. We want to go at 95.5. Yeah, we like it. It's kind of barely touching, and that's what we want. All right. And if you remember going back to the first video, this thing kind of comes down here just a little bit, so there will be like a lot of bending. I wish. So let me do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off camera and then draw like 4 or 5 lines here, and then bend it just a little bit, enough so it comes close. All right, I am back. What I did is I applied 1, 2, 3 more bends in there, and then I also found out that I could change the radius of the bends that I'm doing. Say, so let's go back to this third one. So here you can see radius is 50. It was 1 first, so the default value is 1. I think that kind of messes up things over there, so we don't want to do that. So but the point is, like, we can go and make this radius right here. So now it is like it's a sharp bend, but we can kind of correct that curvature. So I was going with 10 here, and that kind of, so that's how I got this curve. I got 3 more sketches right here. All right, so I think this should work. Now we'll have to kind of make another clone and try to, okay, do you see what I see? So this is not horizontal anymore, and that's going to be an issue. Maybe we should take a different route. Let's go work with this new assembly workbench, and I'm gonna go ahead and hide this, and then add that. We have only one component, so that's grounded now, and then we add that one more time. Right, and take this, the second one, and move it away. So because these two planes are not on the standard plane, what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and make these two parallel. Right. Now where is that? So it kind of pushed back in there. Alright, so now they are parallel. They will stay parallel, they won't rotate. That's good. And then I want to position it kind of like that to make it easy on the software, and then solve again. Right, so that kind of flattens it out, and let's rotate it just a little bit more on this axis. Yeah, all right, I think we are somewhere. Now what I can do is I can take this fixed joint and take this surface, this one, and take this surface. So it's a very thin surface, and then we'll have to zoom it in, and since we take that 2, that kind of blends in. I hit OK, so that's kind of fixed there. And I see a problem right away. These two flaps should not cross each other. So we are almost there. What I want to do, I want to go into that fold 12, and where it says minus 30, let's make that minus 35. Yes, maybe minus 32. Yeah, I'll take that. All right, it is still touching, so maybe we should bend that somewhere. I don't think so. I guess I'll just make that. It's already a long video, so I'm just gonna make it minus 31, and no, the other way, minus 33. Yes, and say that's a satisfactory bend, and then we can throw some lines in there and then make a bend, but that is the target. So we have this box, and now this is right there. It's right, so it's a half circle, like it's a half cut, and then it will get into one another, kind of like bends it. So that's a gift box. Let me hide this. And that's a gift box made out of a thin metal sheet in the Surface Workbench with the help of assembly. We didn't have to do the assembly workbench. I mean, to be honest, we could probably do some finagling on the clone and then try to put it together, but for this case, putting it together via assembly was much easier for me. Let me go ahead and upload it in OnCell Lens and share the link for you so you can download it and then play around. I go to lens.oncell.com and then I have an account there. OnCell actually gave me a pretty good deal. Oh, I'll have to log in. And I've been uploading all my projects in there, so you can go ahead and visit it and then download things from there. What I want to do, I want to upload the new model. First of all, I want to save this, right? And then upload this new model, and it will create a preview right here. So if you don't want to open this file in FreeCAD, I'll share this link in the model description, and you can actually take a look at this model through the browser. And then if you want to download it, you can download it and then play around with this. All right, so here is the link. Again, I'll share this link in the description of the video for you to download it. All right, folks, hopefully you like this process, and thank you for watching. I will see you in one of my next videos then.